This is Bar Givoly, 25, and her partner Itamar Kaplan, 27. Both were evacuated from the northern Israeli city Kiryat Shmona to Kibbutz Amiyad, and are living on the autism spectrum.
Wow, I don't know how I'm going through this like really strongly till now. It's just been crazy.
On October 7th, Itamar was working at famed burger joint called Kfish 90. But as panic and anxiety rose, he came home and they packed up immediately.
You know, after I came down, we just decided, both of us, that we should just leave Kiryat Shmona the same day because it looks serious for me. 10 seconds, you need to be in a safe area, even in a bomb shelter, which is how it's even possible.
It's not.
It's like we forgot that kind of routine. I remember the second Lebanon war.
Their intuition was correct.
So used to it at this point, it's in my mentality, it's just kind of they shoot at, they throw stuff at us, we'll throw stuff at them, we'll show how tough we are, and it will be over. It was not. It's still going on. So it's still dealing with that, building up a routine, trying to make things as normal as possible. But every time you keep being reminded the situation isn't quite as you're used to, it's not normal.
Bar says staying busy is key for her. Learning to drive and reading books is just some of what she's doing.
Somehow it was easier to get used to the change this time than for COVID, for example. This time I was able to jump on my feet pretty quickly. But also the whole, even if I watch the news for a little bit, it affects me deeply. It puts me in a very panicked feeling. I don't really know what to do and I feel very helpless. I hate when there's things that I can't control, things that I have no ability to change. What we're gonna eat? Where we're gonna eat?
The autism spectrum ranges in support needs. The Avnei Derech organization where Bar works serves several special needs groups, helping them live independently, with an initial focus on autism. There are different challenges for clients, but for those who are program regulars, it's about helping navigate through tough changes and obstacles.
The main difficulty is damage to routine and in needing the community they were used to in the torn sources of strength. There are those in areas that were not evacuated. So anxiety, uncertainty, things in that realm.
Many issues are also situation-specific. For example, dealing with landlords amid evacuations. For those who joined at the start of the war, Inbal lists a range of aid provided.
Accessing things in an emergency, meaning if someone is deaf and cannot hear the rocket sirens, if there is a non-accessible bomb shelter, someone who's been evacuated somewhere and no longer has access to the convenience store he's used to going to, exhaustion of rights around the subject of the emergency, and lastly, alleviating anxiety.
She says that during times like this, people who rely on support or have limitations are often neglected. Despite a large chunk of staff absent for reserve duty, the organization works day and night to provide services.
It's actually critical for self-esteem that our clients feel like they matter, that life hasn't halted.
Bar and Itamar are moving to more permanent housing in Rosh Pinah, close to Avnei Derech's wartime facilities and a place where they can better go about their daily lives, create a new beginning and a routine. Itamar says being close to their community makes a significant difference.
When some of us are alone, it's really difficult, and it puts us in a really...
We stick into a spiral.
We stick into some sort of a spiral that some of us might get out of it after an hour or so, but some of us might get out of it after a couple of days.
For me, it's easier to talk face to face. Other people on the spectrum, it's completely the opposite. They're better on the internet. They're better like a text. For me, it's very hard for me to text or reach out to other people that are not in front of my face. And it's not that our suffering is greater than suffering of others. We're all going through it. if our story touches you specifically, I'm glad. I personally disagree with a lot of what the government has done and how they're handling the situation. I don't think they're really seeing us as like people that are struggling and are trying to live. We want our normal lives back. A lot of our independence has gone backwards in lots of ways. And I just want to go back so I can want to go back to how things used to be, even though they were difficult. It's never easy, but it's just, yeah, I just want to go back so I can get back. I always think of how I can improve myself, how I can get more independent, and I feel I just want to get back to where I can work on myself and get stronger and get better.
Channa Rifkin in northern Israel for I-24 News.